Right, Brexx, do I have you?
I tried to move into the castle lobby and my Dota Plus opened at the exact same time.
Nice. Have you got your cam on?
I do, I think so.
Okay, it hasn't shown up yet.
Oh, I haven't hit start, that's why.
Oh, hit start, that helps me.
Yeah, right. Good job, mate. There we go.
Nice, cool. Let's go. Okay, so I just realized that my drafting overlay isn't actually going to work for this because you can see the picks and the bans. What you can't see are the list of the heroes, which I think people will want to see. So I think I'm going to turn off, we won't use cameras just for this first one because people want to see the heroes on the side. So let's just have a quick look at them ourselves. Plenty of supports in there, actual supports, loads of them.
A lot of strength calls.
Loads of cores and loads of supports. Actually, this is a very pleasant captain's draft.
I feel like you might have an easier time banning supports here. Because you get rid of like Grimstroke, Witch Doctor, CM if you're against Karen.
Yes. I mean,
have you tried the new Broodmother yet?
No, I know Broodmother's changed a lot so that you don't get the spiders at all till 6. So I really learnt the old playstyle where you can be jungling from level 2, but I have no idea how to play the new one yet. But I've heard some people have had success with it in the pro scene, so I need to have a look. But I'm no idea how it plays. It's still a mid hero, is it, or is it not mid anymore?
I think some people have played it off lane as well, but I think it's mostly mid. I think I saw one earlier. It was either today or yesterday, and they went like Greaves Pipe. Which was
okay. What's like a support, like a off
well, no, it's more so just to keep the spiders alive because they just can't move down through the pipe active.
Right, so spider focused because you get more spiders than you used to. The problem with Brood is the old Brood played this style. You dominate the mid game, early mid game with spiders, and then in the late game you're just a core with loads of free damage. Now you don't have the strength of the unstable. Insatiable hunger is not as strong as it used to be, so you rely more on the spiders.
It's not bad, but I think it has more uptime than it used to, because now it's an 11-second downtime versus
that's true. It's less of a big cooldown. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, now it's more of a... You basically have half a Satanic every 25 seconds.
Okay.
Plus 50 damage.
Now, you made a good point, and I would do this as well. This actually used to happen in, Heroes of the Storm, that game. When the game came out, there were very few supports in the game because, the roster was small. Every single strat was just ban the supports because then there were none left. It's the same with what I do here. There aren't that many support heroes, traditional int heroes supports, the main ones, Witch Doctor, Crystal Main. I would have just gone for all those bans, but they've decided, no, there's too many supports to ban them all. We're going to get rid of Arc Warden, which is interesting. Enigma has no easy counters, none of his main counters there. He does have Zeus against him though. Disruptor. And Venge. So there are some counters to Enigma actually, there's a few counters.
There's definitely some. I think those are very much, or at least two of them are targeted towards Ollie somewhat, because he's like the only person I can think of that plays Arc Warden and Enigma.
No, not somewhat, just Ollie.
Wait, what? Was that talking to me?
I was joking. No, you said it's just.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to be funny.
Awful.
I know. No one should have a name, which is just a word that means something else. Gets in the way. Anyway, there's a lot of cores in this pool. I wonder which ones are going to be picked. Spectre's not great in the current meta. I think Void is pretty good.
I've seen occasional Spectre. It's not like... you wouldn't pick it early if you did pick it. It's not that good.
You wouldn't pick it early, okay. Yeah, I mean, the win rate, I think, last time I checked, was 53% in Herald, but all the way down to 46% in Divine. It, drops continually per tier.
Yeah, it's 56 in Herald and about
56?
Pretty much dead on 50, Divine and Ancient.
Oh, it's 50? Okay, 50's alright, actually. These are very quick picks. Witch Doctor, from Veteran Team, as always. Venge and Luna. Is there a synergy in Venge, Luna?
Well, you used to lane together and get the auras, but I don't know how good Venge aura is now, because it's damage
11% Venge is level 1. I think it goes 11, 18, 25. I think it goes up 7% each rank. I just happen to have played with some Venges recently. I looked at the aura. 11% is okay, but it's probably about 5 or 6 damage, but then Luna does give an aura too. I think it could work.
Hers is actually plus damage now, so they don't synergize as much as they used to, because Vengeance used to give attack range and agi.
That was good.
And then Luna's would give, I think it was armor plus
yes.
damage.
Yeah, they've changed it a lot. Yeah. I think that was too strong. And Venge had this weird niche where she was laning with ranged cores and making them like ridiculous, like Drow Ranger. And I'm glad that disappeared and she went back to her just have damage.
There was a long period where Venge had a really bad win rate for a couple of patches, and now she's back up to 50%.
50%, I think, where Venge belongs, because she's got a really cool set of skills. Like the minus armor, the aura damage. Okay, they're straightforward, but her ultimate is like game changing. So I really like that ultimate being in the game.
I'm just pretty sad how bad they've made the Ags now compared to how it used to be.
Is it the fear or is it something? Oh no,
it's the illusion when you die.
Oh yes. Well, it still gives you 30% more speed. It's 100% strong.
Yeah, well they like kept adding compensation to it because they nerfed it back to what it was, and then made it so you could get XP while you were dead.
Yeah.
But the issue with that is it requires you to die to be good. So like, it's a bit weird.
Yeah, that's true. I've still seen some like offlane Vengers rush it, but I'm not a massive fan of offlane Venge at the moment. I think after the nerfs, maybe not ideal. Anyway, the bans all happen because this is Captain's Draft. All 3 bans happen immediately. Then you do all 5 picks. So you've seen basically all the supports except the Dire decided to play a bit of a gamble, get that Luna core early. Does Luna want to deal with Faceless Void or Spectre? Not really.
I don't think Spectre's too bad, but I think Void's pretty bad for him. I mean, he's already going to struggle a bit because of the Shadow Demon. Like,
there's Avenge though.
There is.
You don't want to pick. Probably don't want to pick Void into Venge. They've gone for Magnus. Magnus well, I guess there's not a lot of synergy with him straight away. I think he's not a massive fan of laning against either Luna or Venge either, but we'll see.
I'd actually really like to see the Chaos Knight here. I don't know if you've seen that hero recently, but he's now got a 35% cleave talent at level 15.
Oh, it's level 15, so a lot earlier.
Yeah.
Does that help you, what, as a core farm?
Presumably as a core. I'm just thinking with the Magnus, like, there's a lot of AoE damage potentially.
And you've got some built-in cleave. Well, cleave coming from the Empower. AA is just a good hero at the moment. It does mean their lineup is quite low on stuns. Venge's stun is, what, 1.7 seconds maybe? And that's it. No setup.
Do you think we'll see the Karen Luna again on support?
Yeah,
I think it is.
Well, not on the Dire. Karen's on the Radiant.
Oh, no, yeah, it's true, actually.
No, you were right with the Chaos Knight, but it was not picked by the Radiant.
On the team that I was expecting, yeah.
You said something interesting, which was there's lots of strength cores. Now, I just kept looking at the Agi cores, but yes, there's Sven, Wraith King, Alchemist, Dragon Knight, and Chaos Knight, and they've decided, no, we want a strength core, but that now it does beg the question. You've got Luna and Chaos Knight. Is that POS 3 Chaos Knight?
I'm not sure.
I'm okay with POS 3 Chaos Knight. I've seen it before. I think it can work pretty well.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of Sven actually in Pro Scene recently. Partly because it really counters some of the other carries. I think like Troll and PA have hit a lot right now. So Sven's armor spell, whatever it's called.
Yeah, Warcry.
Now when you get the talent on him at level 10, I think it's 15, it gives an AoE plus 25 armor.
Oh, it's AoE. Wait, it always was AoE armor. What's the talent?
Yeah, it was always AoE, but the talent goes plus 10 to it at level 20. So you press Warcry against like a PA and she just doesn't do damage. Oh,
okay.
There it is. They picked
wow.
That.
Okay, so a lot to strength core. You got Magnus Sven. That's obviously the ultimate cleave comp. If Magnus can get more than 2 or 3 in an RP, they're just destroyed.
Yeah.
Venge can try and swap someone out. So if a key target gets caught in it, like Luna, you can quickly swap the Luna out so she can go back to doing damage. But Magnus Sven, it's very manly. Chaos Knight as well. Can also destroy Sven very quickly if he gets the good long stun.
Unless it's a mid AA, I think both teams are looking for mids now. And there's not actually that many mids.
There's That's interesting. Zeus and OD.
There's OD.
And now Zeus? Alchemist? No, yes. Zeus. Zeus. Could be Zeus.
How well does Zeus laning against OD?
It's alright. I mean, Zeus benefits and disadvantaged by the rune spam because people can heal up really easily now because of all the bottles. But then Zeus also has infinite mana to spam spells, so it's kind of like it counterbalances it depending on how well Zeus can control the runes. So.
And OD, since obviously he builds the Meteor Hammer and sometimes builds Tranquil Boots, like he can sort of regen through that.
Well, I like Tranquil Boots on OD, but very few people do. Rushing Tranquil Boots definitely would make sense against a Zeus. And even the Meteor Hammer does build out a Ring of Health. But I think it's quite oppressive to still deal with Zeus's continual magic damage. So we'll see. We'll see.
I guess the other mid heroes left maybe is Alchemist.
Yeah, I was thinking that's not really ideal. You could do mid Weaver as well, but I don't think you want to play Weaver against Magnus Sven. So yeah, we pretty much predicted it. We were looking at mid heroes. You said, oh, there's only 2 mid heroes, and then they both got picked. So yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
A lot of damage on the Dire team. If you've got the AA Blast hitting, the Zeus ult, and a bit of Lunar ult going through it, it's just massive amounts of damage. But their lockdown is quite pathetic compared to the Radiant. Radiant have less damage, but so much more lockdown, which also kind of translates into more damage indirectly. So yeah, I think it could go either way. Dire have to be careful though, because they're relying on what? Venge stun and a Chaos Knight stun. That's it.
And to the surprise of absolutely no one, Karen is playing Witch Doctor.
Well, it makes sense.
It does. It's in the pool. Why not take it?
You? Karen's put the prediction up. Thank you, Karen.
So it's a mid OD, but Max is playing it.
Oh, I've frozen the Radiant team.
Oh dear.
Whoops.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I went into the options and back, and they've all just frozen in time.
But why is there only frozen the Radiant team? That's so
I don't know.
strange.
Dire team are too strong for that. Alright, we're 15 minutes in to our in-house. Draft is done. Time for game 1.
Last match lost. Previous match lost.
That's not really boasting much, is it?
No, it's not.
That's not.
Do you think it would highlight a good recent game?
Yeah, you think so.
Last match just Luna lost.
Stronghold Warlords is on sale. Cool. That's good to know. Let's get the cameras going. Where's my camera script? Let's hope it still works. Karen flexing her Witch Doctor level. I can't remember what level a Witch Doctor is. Did she ever get a 30?
No, 30 is a different symbol. The purple one's the 25.
But did she ever 30 to another character? I think Witch Doctor was her highest. I don't know what rank
I
her
think
Witch Doctor is. Is it 29?
I want to say she's at 28 or 29 on one of her heroes, but I don't remember which one it is.
Hey, predictions are up. 1,000 points slapped straight onto the Dire.
I bet all my points last time and the team threw it away. So.
28. It's 28. Fair enough. So Dire slapped a ward down very quickly. Tim's out there.
Tim sort of reacted a bit to them being on the high ground, so I think they might know that that ward's there now.
Maybe. Tim's starting items. 6 tangos, salve, 3 mangas, and 2 clarities. He does not care for stats or items. He just wants the regen. Give me all the regens, Tim. Everything. Okay, they're doing a bit of a runaway. They know Radiant has invaded them.
Well, they've seen them walk up here, so the Dire know that where they are because of these 2 wards.
Another ward slapped down. There's 2 wards used by the Dire already. 1 for mid and 1 in the jungle. Okay.
They really didn't do place 1 on the other side, which is interesting.
Okay, so it's bounty swap. Pretty standard. Karen's also brought a lot of regen. 3 mangoes. I mean, I know supports are buying regen so that their cores don't have to buy so much, but then Sven went 6 tangos salve, and there's so much regen in this bot lane. I don't know what's going on. There's like 60 tangos in this lane and like 12 mangoes. So they're not going to really do anything, just trade regen. Veteran has started with a magic stick, which makes sense against the Zeus. Means you get 15 health back every time he casts a spell at you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Juju is rushing Null. No, he's rushing Bottle. Look, he's saving. He's doing the old strat from when I started playing Dota in like 2011, 2012. You go for the half completed starting items, saving like 400 gold. Get that really early Bottle. He wants it maybe before the 2-minute mark. Not sure if he'll make it, but.
So Max has actually queued up a Midas first thing.
Has he? Okay. I used to like Midas OD, but I feel like Meteor Hammer kind of does the same thing now. Lets you farm.
I mean, I wonder if like maybe the idea is you like go like Midas Ags or something and use the Ags to farm it in AoE. I've not really seen.
Oh, Ags does have AoE, 500 magic damage.
Yeah, but the issue is you have to use both on a creep wave to kill it.
Oh, because it's 500, not enough.
Yeah, but then because one of the creeps is banished when the other one lands.
Bit of a fight going in the bot lane. Karen's taking a lot of damage, being absolutely slapped. And that's going to be first blood, and Doja will escape because the stun Storm have an 18-second cooldown. Him is popping cold feet again.
He's fast.
He's fast, but so is Chaos Knight. Yeah, they are very fast. It's funny that Sven is just an armored warrior. He's faster than someone on a horseback, but whatever. Him doing a lot of damage. One benefit of AA, incredible attack range. And that's before you factor in the free attack range coming from Chilling Touch. There you go.
I still don't think I've seen anyone build Ags on AA since they buffed it. But they reduced the mana cost of it by 50% when you have the Ags, but no, I've
They
still
do.
not seen anyone
I
build it.
tried it in a game as core, but the mana cost was impossible. But that was before they halved it. Now halving it, maybe it could be worth it. I know Dendy plays a lot of mid AA on his stream. Sort of like a throwback to when mid AA was a thing back in the TI era. Yeah, or whenever, you know, Na'Vi were dominant, they had Dendy at the helm. Last hitting is interesting, but Doige and Sven both about 2 or 3 last hits each. I don't know what's happened in this bot lane. So much trading of kills and blows. Ollie needs to get a stick. Everyone needs to get a stick in this bot lane. Oh, Drekken's 1 step ahead.
I guess if you need one on Radiant that badly. AA's E doesn't count as a spellcast when you use it.
Maybe the dire safe lane though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I guessed it right though. Magic Missile is 1.7 second stun. See that knowledge? Beautiful. It's a bit of a fight. Wobble will go down.
There's 4 stacks of poison on Drekken.
Yeah, I think he's going to be okay. He's got 3-1 charges in the Fairy Farm. I don't think we'll do 200 damage. No, he did about 100 damage. The stacks get exponentially stronger, so a 5th stack would have been his death, I reckon. But
yeah,
I don't know. I'm never a big fan of Shadow Poison. I think maybe rank 1 is okay if you want to go ultra aggressive in the lane. Then I want to see maxed out Soul Catcher. And Disruption as well. This Disruption, the illusions last longer, cooldown goes down. But Shadow Poison works too.
Shadow Poison's weird. It like doubles in damage for each stack. So like the first 2 or 3 stacks just don't do anything, and then after that it's ridiculous.
A lot of damage going on to that. It's taking. It's got stunned. Karen saving with the Maledict with the stun. They've got a decent combo here. Chaos Bolt can stun for a decent amount of time, and then they've got Cold Feet. It's not quite long enough at the moment. Doige actually maxing out Chaos Strike.
Honestly, this bottom lane, it feels almost like a mirror. Like one team has Stormhammer into Maledict, and the other one has Chaos Bolt into Cold Feet.
And everyone is just spamming regen like mad. No one's last hitting. Nat's actually used all 6 of his tangos. Karen fires out the stun. Look at the damage Tim is doing though. Just absolutely spamming Cold Feet. Right clicking. Out comes the stun. Chaos Nightbolt. There comes the Stormhammer Warcry as well. Oh, Karen actually going to go down.
Oh, the Cold Feet. She stopped moving.
Tim just spamming Cold Feet. Even rank 1 Cold Feet was doing quite a lot of damage. I mean, it's 30 damage per tick. It's not a massive amount, but actually was enough. Karen's already died twice. That bot lane is a massacre. But not a massacre, it's not that one-sided, but just like the amount of fighting.
Why doesn't it just say damage per second?
Because damage per tick is much more useful. Can you imagine if it said damage per tick on Iron Shell, and it was like 3 damage a tick, and you'd be like, oh, that's not doing any damage.
Wait, does it say that?
I think it says per second. Because per tick is like, as I said, like 10 damage a tick or something, or less.
So inconsistent for no reason.
I know. Welcome to the Dota 2. It's because Dota 2 has lots of things that interact with ticks weirdly, like, oh, it block 1 instance of damage and things like that. Whereas other games don't have that problem.
Well, the thing is, a tick is like an arbitrary amount of time. So usually for some games it's like a server tick. It's like what you define as a tick. But in Dota, it's not that doesn't really.
Yeah, everything has different tick rates.
Yeah.
Like Radiant ticks differently to Iron Shell, ticks differently to Cold Feet, ticks differently to I don't know, any other spell.
Quop's Q ticks once every 3 seconds.
Yeah, not even a tick anymore. Oh, the save from Wobber, but I think Drekken actually managed to get the damage magic missile off. And I got the Zeus ult. Zeus ult already ready. Results in double kill. Smoke. Bit of a panic. But that is the power of Zeus. You can never underestimate it. Veteran's just chilling in mid lane, and suddenly Zeus does 300 magic damage on a global level. I mean, 300 damage is a lot. That's like a max rank spell. To have that globally on every hero on the map at the same time, it's just, this is Zeus's power spike.
I mean, they actually have a lot of global kill potential because they have Zeus ult and then they can follow up with AA blast.
Well, if AA gets a good blast, and Zeus seals the deal, pops the Nimbus as well, you could be dead from half health.
Yeah, the issue is there's not really a lot of setup for it. There's like Chaos Bolt.
You can get the Arcane Boost. He's going to send those now. Arcane Boost and has a bottle with the Arcane in it. The Veteran can take a lot of damage here. Veteran nearly has the Midas. That's going to help him.
He's almost there. He needs like 1 more last hit. They're actually trading completely evenly mid.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that he didn't get some kind of regen on OD because he's just going to get hit with these spells like this. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't. He hasn't even popped the Arcane Rune for that. He can pop the Arcane Rune now and start farming. I don't know why he hasn't actually.
Yeah. are you a fan of Max Arc Lightning? I never know what to build to go these days. So it always switches between patches.
Yeah, Max Lightning Bolt got nerfed a few times. The mana cost of Lightning Bolt used to start at 90 and scale up, and then they changed it so it starts at 125.
I remember for a short period that some people were going like 4-0-4 because the Lightning Bolt was just that bad. But...
Well, more like the static field used to be a lot stronger. It got taken down an entire rank, effectively, from 6, 8, 10, 12 to 4, 6, 8, 10. So it's always 1 point weaker than it used to be. I'm still a fan of Max Arc Lightning 2-point static field. So 4, 0, 2. 1 at level 7. I think it's worth. Like, if you want to farm hardcore, it's pretty good. And the harass, you know, look, it does a lot of damage. Max Arc Light is 150 damage, and you can spam that every 1.5 seconds. And I think now that you have so much more mana coming in from all the runes, I would definitely go Max Arc Lightning. Just farm, get that early Ether Lens. Bit of damage going to Doid. Do you have the follow-up stun? It's only rank 1 though. Doid, he's going in. Zeus does a lot of damage. It's that instant double kill top again for the Zeus.
Yeah.
Oh, but they do manage to find a kill. A kill from the grave. This time the Shadow Poison will be enough. Didn't quite see that. Already Medallion. You can get Medallion at 8 minutes on a support.
Have you seen this jungle area here?
Oh, it's stacked.
I don't know who was stacking it. Was it the OD? I guess it's stacking it.
So. I don't think Sven should have gone full Great Cleave. I don't know if that's controversial, but I feel like in a lane where you're fighting non-stop, Stormhammer does scale quite well. Like, it goes up decent damage, stun, everything.
I guess the thing is if you max cleave, it doesn't matter if you lose the lane. Whereas if
yes, okay, true. But I think...
our veteran, he's left a neutral item on the floor. Zeus is going to get it.
It's a fairy trinket you do not want.
No, that's like the worst.
Oh no, you gave Zeus it. Pick it up! Oh, he picked it. Yeah, and now he's going to kill veteran.
And now he's still dead on OD. Oh dear. That's,
Zeus has a free fairy trinket. Now that is not what you want to see. I think, and then he gets another kill as well. He just kills the
carry as well on his own. Okay, that shouldn't happen.
Oh, I need to change the cameras because there's no Draken camera apparently.
Honestly, the funniest part though is I don't think he actually kills Nat without the trinket. He would have been on like 50 health.
Well, yeah, 5% damage, 5% mana reduction. That is like the greatest Zeus item ever. Maybe Arcane Ring or Keen Optic are better, but I mean they're all pretty good. They're all so good. The Draken's in a bit of a tough spot. It looks like Doige managed to find a kill in the bot lane. Let's just watch Draken get taken down.
He's actually maxed Arcane Orb.
Neutral creep! Yeah. What? One full assassin sent one attack and got at the... Oh, veteran, not veteran Draken. You
Do you have a replay for the stream for that?
That's ridiculous. Oh, and if only the Draken cam was working, that would have been a great reaction. Oh, somewhat's jungling now. Okay.
Oh.
He's taking the big stacks.
I feel like I'd rather give that to the Sven, surely.
Well, fine, Sven's in the bot lane.
Just stack it again.
It's 110 at the moment. I have had a good start this game. I mean, the Zeus getting 4 kills definitely helped things along. Whereas the Radiant, 1-3, 0-1, 0-1, 0-2, 0-3. A little bit of a rough game for them. Also, in terms of farm, look at the net worth of the Zeus. 5,400 already. He still never used his Arcane Rune. It's been in the bottle for about 1,000 years, unless that's a new one. Probably a new one by now. Boots a travel rush on Zeus. Okay, I would do that if I was disfarmed. It gives you a lot of move speed. Means you can go back to base after you've used all your mana.
Yeah, it's got Aether Lens.
Yeah, Aether Lens straight into travels. I like it.
It's so weird seeing an OD build this way. I don't know if you max Essence or a second.
Oh, it's not getting any points of imprisonment or only one.
No,
point,
yeah, like just a second ago I saw him actually creep and it like lasted like half a second. I'm like,
Yeah, I guess that's true. He's playing a more sort of auto-attacky style OD. His net worth's okay. But his team is struggling. Sven is really struggling. But now Sven's come to try and take these stacks. He does have his ultimate. I'm guessing he's going to get empowered and then start taking it. I mean, it's a triple stacked Ancient, and he's only level 7. Can he take it?
Is almost like 1,500 above the next person on Radiant. That's a lot at this point.
Yeah, it is. But Nat's just taken a triple stacked Ancient, and then he's going to take another camp as well. So that definitely benefited him. He's gone Mask of Madness. Old school build. Out comes the Zeus ult. Zeus ult with the Arcane Rune. I don't know if he was just thinking, well, I've got an Arcane Rune, I've got Vision, I might as well use it. Yeah, fair enough. Travels almost up.
Well, that stack put Nat almost. Oh, there we go. Now he's not the lowest net worth core.
Yeah, that helps.
It's a good start.
But he's still quite poor. Sven does need some levels and some farm before he gets really going.
He's definitely still one of the scarier late game carries, I think.
Yes,
Like,
the
they
percent
nerfed him.
damage.
Yeah, they nerfed him from when he was super OP, but like all they did is they really
Big
made it hard.
TP's coming in bot lane.
Oh, Eclipse. Top lane.
Okay, I see the Eclipse. We've got the RP there. We're going on to Doid. Do we have the damage to kill Doid? Veteran's got to be careful. Drops the hammer. Hey, blast on him. I think Veteran might go down. He's got to be careful.
Oh, Ollie, no! You walked past him!
Oh, too busy looking at the bot lane fight. It looks like the Dire had, the Radiant had 3 TPs in. They actually managed to end up with a triple kill, double kill for Karen. I didn't see what happened in the top lane. Who did Ollie try and kill?
So he eclipsed the Sven. The Sven walked around here and into this tree, and he had Lucent Beam off cooldown, but he couldn't see him, and he saw him at the last second.
Oh, no.
Managed to cast it.
Karen, I knew it. Well, Karen had a bit of a rough start, then got a very nice Maledict Death Ward off in that last fight. Her infused raindrops coming in clutch.
Infused raindrops is such a good item right now.
It's such a good item.
I wish I saw more people buying it.
Well, a fair few people
At least
do.
in pubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least in pubs. In
Well,
Protein, everyone buys it.
I think as mid laners buy it a lot because it's like it's on your mind. You need the mana regen and you need the 1v1, but people forget about it on other lanes. Like supports forget about it. Pos ones forget about it.
Well, I guess do you want it versus Zeus because it'll disappear in like 3 seconds flat?
Yeah, against Zeus I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Ah, Sven with the chipped vest, 5 health regen, very nice item. So Sven is slowly farming up. We've also got Somewhat, his brother, nearly got the Blink Dagger. That's going to be handy. And Odie has the Midas, so he's getting free gold as well. He finds the Zeus. Very, very little setup, though. I think the Zeus is just going to kill him. Yeah, just ults him in the face. Goodbye. Is he going to have Disruption in time to take the damage there? Yeah, that's okay. So they do kill him. That's a 5-time streak ended. 500 gold. Tim manages to find a kill on Karen. Looks like in the bot lane they had a bit of a fight there. 2 supports and a core. Vlad's rush on Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight already has a full Vlad's. I guess you've got a Luna on your team, and you've got a Avenge, so you know you're going all in auras, but very early Vlad's.
But yeah, what I was saying about the Sven before that fight started, he basically is like an ultra late game as strong as he was when he was super OP. It just takes him longer to get there because they moved his talents up tiers and they added the Ag Shard, which was the Dispel instead of the talent.
Yeah, and they took the cooldown talent also went on the Shard, but it does give him some other good talents like you get more cleave damage if you're up for that. You get 10 free armor. Well, not free, but 10 armor on Warcry.
But effectively, everything's still there. You just need to get to it.
Dude, oh, we're going in on Veteran bot lane. Veteran does not have imprisonment, taking a lot of damage.
So
Hey, blast!
damage.
It just dusts him. It's going to be enough to
RP.
get the RP. The 2-man RP, Maledict, Death Ward. They're going to go down. There's no way they survive that. I think you better leave. Out comes the swap, and now we're going to kill Draken as well. That doing a lot of damage. Mask of Mana and his ultimate. I think it's going to be a final kill. Doid trying to get a kill on Wobber, but there's no chance. He does not have enough damage. And that's going to be a really nice fight for the Radiant. I mean, a bit of an overzealous dive. Ollie was turning up, but didn't get there quite in time.
Yeah, I mean, given how quickly the OD was dying at the start there, I think that ended up quite well for the Radiant.
Well, I felt like 15 minutes is a bit early to dive a tier 2 tower. The aura is very strong, giving them loads of armor and health regen. Also, it's a tier 2 tower. They could have glyphed it for a bit more damage even. So, yeah, a bit overzealous.
That was the Blink reveal, I believe, on the Magnus, though.
Okay. Well, Blink is a good item to have on Magnus. That Blink RP into the skewer was perfect double kill. And at that point, the rest of the Dire should have said, oh, we're out, and just legged it. But they didn't. They kind of stuck around, tried to get a swap, tried to get a stun off on the Chaos Knight. They should have just completely legged it. But oh well, they live and they learn.
Yeah.
I mean, Dire still have the top 3 slots with the cores, and the Zeus is still quite far ahead. But in fact, it's the Luna now who's on top. The Luna who's barely been in a single fight.
He's actually going Bloodstone next on Zeus. Pure damage.
That's old school. So not even going Ags, which I thought would have made sense, but get the Bloodstones early. Okay. I learned something from Reddit the other day.
Radiant are smoked top lane behind this OD.
Okay. Talk about that later. Wobber just runs in.
Oh, they
Runs past, finds him. Right, this is time for the setup. Witch Doctor stun. Maledict actually doesn't connect. They don't fire the stun. They decide, no, we missed it. We're going to go back. Dire, meanwhile, just running around the Radiant jungle. What I learnt from Reddit was Bloodstone sells for more gold. The more stacks of it has, the more ranks, more stacks. That's interesting. Is that going to be okay? No, just gets brought back in. Gets stunned. A blast in the face. I think that's a lot of trouble here. Maybe not. He's fast. Walk up. No,
that's
that's
too
so
slow.
seal the deal.
Yoink.
That actually does have some synergy, the AA with the Chaos Knight, because you can drag people back, you know, into the cold feet. Ollie is just running in, drops his ultimate, charges at Karen, but only finds Karen.
Poor Karen, Jesus.
No, may find Wobber as well. Wobber's in a lot of trouble. Wobber will go down. Yeah, poor Karen indeed. Just gets charged at by a Luna. He just literally runs in and presses R.
I've not actually seen Chaos Knight's ag shot yet. It's interesting.
It's a Phantom Illusion attack on target for 6 seconds. 300 more cast range on it. It's a lot of cast range.
The Phantasm Illusion is scary though, because I think there's 100% of your damage.
Oh yeah, it's a Phantasm Illusion. 100% damage? Yeah, that's a strong illusion. It's better than PL's one.
Oh, actually, how much damage does it take? Oh, it's just Phantasm 1 to 325%.
Yeah, but he's going for his Aghanims as well, and the Ag Shard. So the Aghanims on Chaos Knight is the one that creates an illusion for everyone on the whole map, and an extra one for you as well. So you get 4 Phantasms, and then your team get 1.
The scariest one there is the Luna. It's just a Luna illusion that does 100% extra damage. Yes, please.
Yeah, the rest of them are pretty useless, but I think that's enough, really. They're just the distractions, they get in the way. We're trying to go on Chaos Knight. I've actually dropped the ultimate here.
He's very dead.
Sven is doing a lot of damage. Veteran is too, of course. But, yeah, the Sven who's only got Sanj and Mask of Madness, the rank 2 God Strength, it's really hard hitting. He is going for Sanj and Yasha, so he's going for that durable mobility build, which I think is fair enough. They smoke. They smoke very close to Karen. Karen's trying to take it. Karen gets hit. She's okay. They haven't killed her yet. They went on Karen. They didn't kill her. Is this a chance for the Radiant to go in? They have Veteran. The Dire decide they're just going to run away. Sven is, meanwhile, off farming, slowly trying to build his lead.
I could do with more of that.
Max is slowly walking in.
Oh, he is very far away from his team.
Oh, there.
Zusol gets popped, and they go, oh, there's no one else here, and they're miles away. Okay. I'm not sure what the communication was with this team. But, yeah, a little bit alone there. I think Wobber's going to go down. One more Arc Lightning, and there's the kill. And he's getting scarily close, Juju, to his Bloodstone, which is going to be... when a Zeus is fed, that's going to be a pain.
And he got a Van Brace, so more spell amp.
Well, so far spell amp is 17% because you have a little bit coming from the Kaya, you've got a little bit coming from Van Brace, and you've got some from the Nullplasm. The Bloodstone is a lot of spell amp. It's like 30% when you get it. And that ult's going to hit so hard.
I think my one concern right now is I'm not entirely sure how they kite the Sven once the Sven has like a BKB, because they didn't have like a Yules or anything. Like no one can save themselves, or the supports can't save anyone. They've got a Solar Crest on the Venge, which you can put on someone to give them armor, but they'll still get 2 hit by the Sven.
They don't. It's the lack of lockdown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lack of lockdown against the Sven.
That and defensive items, at least until he gets the Dispel. But like right
well,
now,
he'll grab it when he needs it. That's the thing. He'll go, oh, I need to dispel stuff. Cool. I'll pick up the shard. He's going for the double damage rune. Here we go. And he's just running in. He's charging in. Pops the stun. But he gets stunned. 1 stun, 2 stun. Oh, it's the RP. This is going to be huge. But Nat's taking a lot of damage. In fact, Nat is going to go down. Deutsch manages to find the kill. But Deutsch is going to go down himself, doing a lot of life stealing. But he still dies. This is great for the Radiant. They've been far behind this game. They do lose their Sven, which is a shame. And Luna and Zeus still on top. But a little bit helps. 1,500 gold in their favour. I just feel like the Sven, you know, they used to rush Aghanims on the Sven before it got nerfed. It's still good, but it got nerfed.
It's still pretty good.
But
what did they change about it?
The cast range got nerfed. It also doesn't do an attack when you land either now. Before it used to do a free attack.
Oh, okay.
It also used to give cast range onto the hammer, and they took that down by about 200. So I think it's 300 instead of 500 free cast range. Also, the talents obviously aren't for free now. You've got to pick up the shard. But I feel like, do you not get a blink on Sven? Because you saw what happened there. He had to ult and literally just run it in. Or is that fine?
I mean, I think normally you might consider it. I think against the Zeus and an AA, it's quite hard, especially once the AA gets an Ag shot. There's just so much AoE damage that's going to cancel it all the time.
That's true. I just felt like one of the strengths of Sven was his ability to just, you know, have infinite mobility with Stormhammer Ags. You can still build Ags. You could build Blink Dagger. I feel like building neither just brings him back to how Sven used to be many patches ago. A very hard hitting but slow immobile hero.
Yeah, I guess they are relying a lot on the Magnus here because the OD hasn't gone like blink or anything, so he sort of has to walk in as well.
Yeah, he does. That's true. Well, Nat's nearly got his BKB. He is doing quite well for himself. He's only 136, but he's definitely done well. And now Zeus, he's got a Nether Shawl to even more spell amp. He's got the full Bloodstone. He is on 23.9% spell amp at the moment.
That minus armor might be ambitious versus a Sven.
Yeah, he's only got 4 armor, but he's hoping not to get caught by anything. The amount of spell amp you get from Bloodstone is obviously going to increase as he gets more kills. Out comes the stun. Are they going to swap him? BKBs. He turns around. RP. It's a huge RP. But Nat, he can't use his ultimate because of the Mask of Madness. Doesn't matter because Veteran's going to drop the hammer. Can we kill Ollie in time? Man, massive damage coming out from the Zeus, but it's still not going to be enough. Never mind, it is. Zeus just clears 2 people out. Now he pops his ult.
He didn't alter in that? What?
No, that's what I said. He had Mask of Madness used.
Oh,
so
Nat, you walked past him.
He wanted to ult, but he couldn't ult because he was still in the mask. So you've got to be really careful with Mask of Madness. But now he has his ultimate, so he's just going to delete stuff. I mean, the Radiant have done it again. And now the net worth is getting closer and closer. Only 1,000 gold between them.
I think it very much feels like, even though the Radiant has like the OD with the stacks going up over time, it feels like Dire just win the longer fights. Because if they survive the RP plus damage, they... Oh no, Ice Blast.
It's alright. Ice Blast rank 1 doesn't really hit that hard. It's 250 damage and only 10 per second. No, 12.5 per second. So 125 damage.
No, I was just worried the Zeus was going to lightning bolt from the trees as he was sat here.
Maybe. But Zeus still picked up some Bloodstone charges, I think. How many Bloodstone charges do you start with? Oh, it starts with 14. Okay, he's on 16. So Spell Amp's gone up a little bit more. 24.6%. You get 8% from Bloodstone. How much do you get otherwise? You get 0.35% per charge. If he gets 3 kills in a team fight, he gets another 1% damage. Which doesn't sound like much, but if the fights go on and on and on... Yeah. And I mean, Zeus is one of those heroes who his entire skill set is just magic damage. So the more you have, the better. I mean, his ultimate's already hitting 750 damage. 750 global damage to every hero. That is a lot of damage.
Plus static field, so 11% of their health as well on top of that.
Yeah, true.
Oh wait, is that affected by spell damage? I don't know.
It doesn't show, but it's one of those things where I wouldn't be surprised if it did, because lots of percentage-based things do scale with Spell Amp, but I never thought they did. But I've been learning that.
I don't know if we saw it in that fight, but the CK has his Axe Shard now.
Has his Axe Shard, okay. So that's the super long-range Chaos Bolt that summons an illusion of himself.
It's the range of it, actually.
And now he's going Aghanims himself.
Yeah, he like finished half of the Axe, then got the Shard.
The game has come down to somewhat and doing his fantastic RPs, 3-man RPs sort of consistently, and then Nat runs in, gets all the damage off. They're going for Roche. They're doing quite a lot of damage to Roche. I think Tim's going to be a sacrifice at this point. He hides. He just goes down. Oh no, this is not good for Dire. They're already 1-man down. Zeus trying to do what damage he can. Nat pops his ult and just runs at the enemy team. They're just going to have to back off. They've left Deutsch to die, so Deutsch is just going to go down. You see, Nat ran in. The Dire team was so scared, they just completely ran the other direction. They just left Deutsch to die. Tim also went down. I think they thought they could take Roche quicker than they could. And now Nat has his ultimate up, so he's like, well, thanks for the free Roche. Be careful, Zeus. You do not want to get caught. If you get caught by the Hurricane Pike Astral Imprisonment, almost happened, but Zeus is fast, 410 move speed.
Well, Sven not the best Aegis carrier, as you sort of lose your ult.
Yeah, that's true. But I think, well, yeah, actually, maybe I should just put it on Witch Doctor or OD.
I think it's more of a denial Aegis this game. Like, so long as the Luna doesn't have it, they're pretty happy.
Yeah. End of the day, it's still a core, so if they catch Sven out of position, he can just come back to life and then pop his ult.
Oh, yeah,
so he's always got that option.
It also means they can siege a bit against the Zeus, which they otherwise might not be able to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Mag's here with RP sitting next to the Zeus. Oh.
Hiding. Oh no, here we go. Misses the skewer. Unfortunate. Him is just standing in invis.
He just astraled himself there.
Okay, that's going to hurt. He gets stunned. Oh, he gets swapped under the tower. Oh, and he gets pulled even further back. He's going to go down.
Oh my, that's...
I mean, he didn't have his Hurricane Pike up either, so he was screwed. Massive magic damage coming out from the Zeus ult.
I think he had quick cast on there, because he was trying
to...
to...
Sven! I think Sven might go down. Is it enough damage?
That's close. That's very close. Shouty was TPing back to try and save him.
Oh, but he was fine. I like the attempt, but he was fine anyway.
Yeah.
Also, he had the Aegis. Unfortunately, it's still only rank 1 Ice Blast. It does get quite a lot stronger at rank 2. So, you know, it'd be nice if he leveled up Tim. Let's have a look at the player levels, actually. We haven't looked at them in a while. It's actually not too bad. Dire have a massive lead on the Zeus. 2 levels ahead. Has his level 20 talent, of which he's taken 100 Thunder God's Wrath damage. That's what making his ult hit so hard.
Yeah.
It's a missed talent. Yeah, it used to be 12% cooldown reduction.
Wait,
or something, 50%.
He has a 50% spell lifesteal talent now?
Yeah, they took away the cast range and they gave him 50% spell life. I mean, Bristleback's one is like 15% or 13%.
Isn't that like insane with Bloodstone?
Yes,
Bloodstone
it is.
Spell lifesteal.
And it gives some as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to have a lot of spell lifesteal, yeah. If he goes that talent, most people probably just take 100 Arc Lightning magic damage because, you know, 100 magic damage.
That's because they removed all the cast range talents, didn't they?
Most of them.
No, I think they're all gone. Like, can you name a hero that's got one?
Oh, every single one? I think, does Luna not have hers anymore?
Nope.
Oh, she doesn't? Oh, wow. Did they remove every single cast range talent? I like that, because cast range creep was becoming a massive pain. Lion, did he lost his? Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Shadow Shaman?
Yeah. Massive nerfs to Luna and ability draft.
Yeah, true. I'm trying to think. Kotl had a really long range one.
Yes, he had 300, I want to say.
200 or 300, something like that.
Something like that. Now it's 2 solar blind charges.
Oh, okay. I like that though, because cast range was becoming a bit stupid.
Well, I think the issue is like it's one of those kinds of talents where you feel really bad if you don't take it.
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you take cast range?
Yeah. Whereas like things that sort of change ability cooldowns or add to an ability are a bit less obvious.
They made it a bit more fun taking talents that aren't just cast range, cast range, cast range. Gives you a bit more of a fun choice.
Yeah, it's the same issue that like XP and gold per minute talents had, is you kind of had to take them.
Oh, they were awful. I did play just on the tail end of those, and you take like Zeus had a 40% or 30% XP talent at level 10, and you're playing against a Zeus who's like 12 levels ahead of everyone because he's had a good game and he has more XP.
I quite enjoyed when Warlock had one. He had like 50% at level 10 or something stupid on XP. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I understand why they put them in an attempt to make supports struggle a bit less, but the gold per minute talents are really stupid, and some weird heroes have gold per minute talents like Tinker and Chaos Knight. I think Doige is in a bit of trouble, shall we say.
He's very dead.
Yeah, he's very dead. On a scale of dead to dead. He's dead. Oh, he actually pops his ultimate.
That's a bit of a waste. I guess it's not a long cooldown.
It's a very short cooldown. Without Aghanims. Very soon he'll have Ags, and does it create an illusion by every hero? Yes, globally?
But if they're near enough to you, they'll get sucked in by Reality Rift, so...
Oh, do they? Okay, but like, if he uses it, let's say he's farming the jungle, and uses it bot lane, Luna will get the illusion immediately.
Yes,
and who controls it?
It'll be Chaos Knight controls.
So he's got to be paying attention. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Or put it on auto attack nearby enemies.
Or or you can turn the setting on
allied
allies, shared allied control. Yeah.
That makes sense. But then that's confusing because they won't get controlled by your keybinds, and then in mid-fight you'll be so confused. Well, Zeus nearly has Aghanims, so he's going to be happy with that. He's actually got the money for Ags now. He still only has 6 armor, so he's made of paper, but he does a lot of damage.
Oh, we might get to see some big Witch Doctor rolls this game. Karen's getting a BKB.
BKB? Ooh, BKB on a support. I like it. Not that many supports try to build BKB. I know sometimes you shouldn't. You should get, 4-star, Glimmer, etc. But yeah, go for it. Big RP. Just pop your ult. BKB.
Ollie actually skipping his level 15 talent completely.
I didn't know. Oh, he went because he wants stats instead. Because he just doesn't value Lucidity and cooldown. He doesn't value move speed. He's like, no, give me the stats. Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Move speed's quite nice though.
Yeah.
That's a lot of move
but
speed.
too agi.
They actually are fast, but yeah.
Too agi.
Too agi though.
too agi. Too agi or 25 move speed. Not sure about that.
Ags on Zeus now.
Okay, so he's ready to go. AA has hit level 12, so now you've got a lot more damage. You've got the Enchanted Quiver. That's a great item for AA. Tactical nuke, shilling touches. Veteran going Scythe. That's the BKB. We've got a lot of BKBs up. We've got BKB on the Luna, BKB on the OD, BKB on the Sven, almost BKB on the Witch Doctor. Oh no, they're all under a ward. Please don't try and smoke here. They're going to smoke right on top of a ward. Right on top, get immediately broken. Ollie's going to go straight into his ultimate. Does get it off in time. No RP. RP's just 2 illusions. That's not going to be good, unfortunately. That's not what we were looking for somewhat. Karen ends up popping the ultimate with the Glimmer Cape. Gets revealed. Veteran just standing his ground, but it's BKB versus BKB. Can't do any damage. Now is going to start hitting Ollie. I think Veteran is going to find Tim. I don't know why Tim is melee range of Veteran. I'm not entirely sure what was going on there. Sven has just been controlled the entire time. Finally going to go down. Just taking damage over and over from the Zeus. Hammer has been dropped. That wall has got another kill. But it was a buyback from somewhat. Luna was killed by...
What's the fight recap say?
I don't know.
Fight recap reckons the Dire won that.
Yeah, apparently, because there was a buyback. 3 deaths and a buyback. But also Zeus didn't die. Picked up another couple of Bloodstone charges. So he's happy.
And he got the kill on the Sven, which is 5 gold, I think.
Yeah, he's approaching level 25, which will give him a lot of damage.
Luna actually did the most damage in that fight by far with the Eclipse.
Yeah, Eclipse is good as well. Got the whole Eclipse off. BKBs. You see, Veteran, he had a very interesting fight there because he doesn't do anything against BKB targets, yet no one could kill him. So he just sat there surviving. Eventually the BKBs ran off and he was still alive. I don't know why they didn't prioritize Veteran. I think that's the problem. They're not prioritizing the OD. They're so worried about the Sven. That Veteran just sits back and just hits everyone.
Speaking of the Sven axe, actually, he does have it now. I think he bought it after that fight happened. I don't know if he had it in the fight or not.
Oh, he did go for Ags. Okay, didn't go for Blink. So now he can be yeeting himself into the fight. Don't know if he'll go the Shard next or not. Went for 10 Warcry armor. I mean, why wouldn't you go 10 armor? It's ridiculous. 25 armor when you press one button. What's the cooldown though? 20-second cooldown. Okay, so you have it up about 40% of the time.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It is a lot.
The Dire's doing a lot of magic damage, I suppose. But then BKBs, so like if you're BKB Warcry, you're probably not taking damage.
Veteran went for interesting talent choices on OD. I think they're good, but they may be different for ones I'd go. Didn't go for health, went for attack speed because he wants to be like a core. Went for move speed instead of mana. I think that's fine because 250 mana is not a load. So went for 20 strength. Decided no, I do want to tank up a bit. I don't want Sanity's Eclipse hitting harder.
Yeah, I think it's fairly standard to get the strength unless you're playing against like a team like that where you think you can like one-hit people or just like burst them really fast. Because like with like Zeus and Luna, they have quite a lot of general stat items, so they have quite a bit of mana.
Yeah, that's true.
Mana the OD steals from the Zeus.
So Zeus has
3,000 mana.
3k mana, 3k HP. This is quite a tanky hero, just no armor whatsoever.
This is Core now.
Going Blink Dagger, okay. I like Blink on Zeus. Does let you... oh, you need the Blink against the Sven, though, don't you? I don't know if he's already seen the Ags and thinks, well, I need the Blink Dagger. But that is an intelligent purchase.
Does the Sven have the Ag shot? No.
No, he's not got it yet. It's quite cheap, though. When you're a core Sven and you're farming things in 1 second, it's pretty quick to pick it up.
I think once you've got the Ags, you probably want it because of the cooldown reduction.
Yeah, exactly, because the cooldown is still 12 seconds. Bringing it down to 8 is definitely going to be a big help. And you get the Stormhammer stun count at 25, but I think most people will go for the damage.
Oh, Roche.
They're trying again. This is a bit deja vu. There's Power Rangers assemble in the bot lane from the Radiant. They're just running straight in again. It's going to be literally the same thing again. If Tim goes in and dies, this would be 100% repeat. Magnus is ready for the RP, but he blinks. No, they get it. They're too slow. They don't go in time. Tim is just going to keep himself alive with the Glimmer Cape. I think he's eventually going to go down. This fight's kind of happening all over the place. Hard to see what's happening. Sven goes in with the Aghanims up. Immediately finds a kill on Deutsch. But Ollie has already got away. Wow, there's a BKB was used. But they managed to get the kill on Tim. There is a buyback from Deutsch. Is that worth it, though? I don't know. He does have the Aghanims in his ultimate, but...
I'm not sure why he brought it back, to be honest. They already had the Roche. All they had to do was back out.
At least I managed to actually pick up the Roche this time. They've got it. It's on the Luna.
And Ollie also got the Ag shot in that Roche.
Ah, free Ag shard. It allows Lucent Beam to be ground targeted. Releases attacks on up to 2 targets within 500 range of Lucent Beam reduced cost of 50. And that's a weird set of abilities. I saw the Admiral Bulldog video with Luna. Did you see that?
I'm not sure if I did, actually.
He had Rapier Daedalus. He was like really fed.
Oh.
He stood in the base. He did 1 Lucent Beam from like 2 million cast range rate. Just 1 shot of support. There's 2 random attacks. And it was like a 2,000 range kill. It was pretty fun.
Ollie needs to TP out here. They all know he's here.
Well, if Zeus ulted.
Oh no, he's even done it himself now.
Okay, he's going to BKB TP out.
RP?
Yeah,
he had
a
RP, he didn't use it.
A little bit late. So Ollie gets out, does have to commit BKB for it, but it's definitely worth it. He's got the cheese as well. He got everything from Roche.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game's actually become a lot closer than it first seemed. It was 1-10 at the beginning. Now it's 24-26, nearly perfectly matched. Nat has done a great job on POS 1 recently. He won the game as Lifestealer against Ursa. He won the next game. I can't remember what core he was playing that game. Was it Gyro? No, I think Jack Gyro lost against Nat's Pos 1 something. I can't remember exactly what they were. And then now he's doing really well on Sven after having a pretty rough start. Do you have Agshard on AA? Yes, we do. The ultimate Blink Dagger Canceller.
Along with a Zeus, just in case.
Yeah. Just a little bit of free damage is always nice. 40 damage.
Does no one ready to have a pipe? That's kind of important in this game.
Against Zeus? Yeah.
Against Zeus, AA, Luna, yeah.
Yeah. No, we have an Assault Q, as I said. The fight's about to break out. Ollie's got to be careful. He does have Aegis, doesn't matter too much. Someone gets immediately killed, sets the Magnus down. Nat goes into the Glimmer Cape from Tim. Ollie does not have Eclipse, but there's going to be a kill on Karen. And Ollie, he doesn't mind tanking up Sven because he's got Aegis, so he can just come back to life anyway. So he's just happy to tank that up. AA Blast goes over. Nah, he just gets instantly taken down. The damage coming out from Zeus and Doge. And now Ollie is back up, ready to go. The Zeus gets another kill from about a mile away.
Oh, that's 5 more Bloodstone charges.
That is. His spell lamp is now up to 27%. So his ultimate is 762 damage. It doesn't very quickly scale his abilities.
No.
But, you know, he's got the damage talent for the Arc Lightning. His Arc Lightning is doing 300 damage on a 1.2 second cooldown.
Plus however much the static still does, yeah. It's a bit silly.
Oh, taking away 11.2% of your health.
Yeah. He did that, Sven. It did like 500 damage. What?
Oh my god. Damage the sun's taken. Well, obviously current health means that Zeus's damage is higher at the beginning. But now you have Luna, and Luna, as we know, is the base shredder. Look at those glaives, just bouncing back and forth. And now they're going to bounce around to all the buildings, all the players. Ollie actually deciding to back off, doesn't want to take the melee racks. Even though they are 5 versus 4 with the cheese. Ollie has 5,000 gold on this Luna. He is so farmed all of a sudden. Those last couple fights have done wonders for him, but his farming has also been excellent, keeping up with the Sven. He now has a full butterfly. A butterfly and still 4,000 gold in his pocket. What does he get next? Satanic?
I would imagine so.
Yes,
maybe Scardy's also not terrible.
Scardy against the Sven.
Yeah.
Stop him healing up a bit.
I am very surprised he didn't disassemble the Master Madness from Butterfly.
He's kept the Musmas, which is interesting. Maybe he wants to use it in a team fight. Which is fair enough. Master Mask is quite a strong active. Nat does have his ultimate. Thinking about going in, but not a lot they can do. Look at the damage he's taking. Half HP.
Glaives plus Zeus stuff plus AA stuff on the ground. Oh god, the AA is amping the Ice Vortex.
Yeah. They still haven't gone for any of the racks though. They managed to take 2 tier 3 towers, but left both melee racks alive. I think they were a little bit too scared, but they've decided no, we're far ahead. They don't know that they're 13k gold ahead. Of course, that's our private knowledge. But they know that they're ahead. Has Zeus hit level 25? Yeah, Zeus is 25, of course, we talked about that. Sven is nearly 25, though. Does give him 50% more damage. Gives him a lot of power in his ultimate.
Do you take the stun duration for the Axe? I don't know. There's quite a low cooldown now.
I think you still go the damage, because damage is fun. And you've got to get through quite a lot of cores. Sven is quite far forward.
Oh,
Gets stunned. 3-second stun. Look at the damage going. Sven, he does pop the BKB in time. We've got RP solo onto Ollie, but Nat's nearly dead.
Swapped out.
Oh, and there's a lot of illusions coming out. You can barely see what's going on when you die. There's so many illusions. Out comes the Zeusol. Zeusol will find the Sven very patiently caught. And now the Radiant are just on the run. The Zeus is doing so much magic. Not escaping from Zeus, I'm afraid.
No buybacks.
Karen's trying to run, but Zeus has found you. This may be it for the Radiant. Who knew this Zeus would have such a good game? 27 Bloodstone charges, and that's the GG being called. But Ollie also played really, really well.
Luna damage. There we go.
Yeah, can't wait to see the stats at the end of that game as well.
Oh, what do you reckon? 60,000 Zeus damage?
60,000 or?
Yeah, I reckon that's pretty high. I mean, it's not a lot of percentage damage.
It's not a very long game. I'd say 80k. It's only
80k.
80k, yeah. Was that maybe I've overdone it? 50k. Okay, you were closer. I overdid the numbers. It wasn't actually that long a game. It's only because one game I did 200,000, but I guess the longer the game goes, the higher the damage numbers become, like exponentially. So
that on the Sven took 60,000 damage.
Took 60,000. Okay, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, the Radiant's damage is nowhere near the Dire's. I think I did say that in the draft. Dire have way more damage, but they lack lockdown. But it didn't matter because in the end they just had so much damage. I felt like the Radiant did play well. Veteran, he got that Midas at a pretty early timing. He did some really good team fights as well. Nice positioning, didn't die too often in the fights. And Nat, he caught up with the farm well. Magnus with the big RPs. But in the end, it was just too much for them. The Zeus, they couldn't control him. They couldn't get onto him. He sat there doing a million damage. They tried so hard to kill Ollie every time that they couldn't go on the Zeus as well. And it was just too much damage for them to deal with. So, Brexx, who's your MVP vote this game?
I guess it's a boring answer, but it's probably the Zeus.
Just for playing a fantastic Zeus game.
Yeah, he positioned quite well, and he just didn't really get jumped on after the laning phase. Like, he just survived the entire time.
Yeah, I think it's fair enough to say that. I think just played well, and he ended up doing great. I would say my honourable mention goes to Somewhat for the early game RPs. Really kept them in the game, helped them sort of catch up, but then unfortunately just couldn't get enough connections in the late game to win the game. But